Good afternoon or evening, whenever you're taking notes. We're combining like terms here. We have two types. We have adding like terms, and we determine this by the plus sign between the two parentheses. If there's a plus sign there, we're adding. And we have another type over here where we're subtracting. Let's look at how we do each one, the similarities and the differences as we go. We've done this before in class, but let's look at the specifics here. What is our first step when we look at this problem we're trying to add like terms? We have to remember what a like term is. A like term is something that has the same exponent and the same variable. So we have 2x cubed and x cubed. And we want to start with the highest exponent as we go down in this problem. So we're going to have to add those together. We're going to take the 2x cubed plus the x cubed. Our next step would be look, the next highest exponent is squared. Do we have a squared in this first parenthesis? We do, but it has the symbol in front. So we have negative 4x squared plus positive 6x squared. So negative 4x squared plus 6x squared. So in effect, we have two problems so far, adding the two cubes together and adding the two squareds together. Now the last thing, do we have an x term in either one of them? No, we don't. So we skip to the next lowest, which is just a constant, and we add the 3 plus the negative 4. So effectively, we've sorted. So our first step here is sorting the problem. And what I've done is put the x cubes together, the squareds together, and the constants. If we had an x, there'd be 4 things sorted. So we've sorted this into 3 problems. And we sorted out the pieces from the second half and the first half that go together. Now we can add these together. So 2 and 1, remember there's a 1 there, gives us 3x cubed. If you need to draw this out, draw it out. 6x squared minus 4x squared is the same as 6 take away 4, which is plus 2x squared. And 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1. Now, this is my final answer. I want it in highest exponent to lowest, and that's why when I sorted them, I sorted by highest exponent first to no exponent. And notice I used that plus sign in the middle. So this is my final answer. Let's see if subtracting works the same way. How we know it's subtracting is the symbol between the two parentheses. We're going to start with the highest exponent. And what is the highest exponent we have here? This one says squared and this one says cubed. This one says squared, x, and just the number 1. So in this case, our highest exponent is 2x cubed. 2x cubed, though, doesn't have a partner over here. So we can just write that down, 2x cubed. Nothing to add to it. Next, we're going to look for the squareds. We have a 3x squared here and a 3x squared here. So we'd write 3x squared from the first one minus 3x squared in the second one. Now, this one has no x terms. This one does have an x term. And here's where you need to be very, very, very careful. This negative, which is a subtract in the middle, distributes across all 3 of these. That's why we have the negative on here. Now, this changes the plus 7x to a minus 7x. And it changes this 1, since there's no number on this side, negative 1 to plus 1. Notice in this problem we only have one operation really to do once we sort. This is our sorting module here. We sorted these into the cubed first, the squareds, the negative goes on the 7x, the negative changes to 1 to positive. Now we can rewrite our answer. 2x cubed has no partner to add to. 3x squared minus 3x squared drops out. Minus 7x and plus the 1. And this is my final answer, subtracting. So, in this case, we subtracted. So we add or subtract, depending on what the problem asks for. And there's my final answer. Alright, I hope this helps.